Hey YouTube, it's John from ReelBlue Custom Rods. Hey, today I'm going to do part one of a two-part series on tag wraps. As you can see, I've got some tape off here on the bottom of my upper portion of a spinning rod, and I'm going to be putting this guide here. And then you can see from the grease pencil, I've got a couple marks on where the spine of my rod is at, and then where I want the guide to be at. So for today's short episode, for tag wraps, I'm going to show you what I call the straw method. There's a lot of ways to do tag wraps, but this is just one of them. And then I'll highlight some other techniques in future episodes. So again, doing a tag wrap, and basically what I do is that you can either do the wrap first on the guide or do the tag wraps first. I think it's all personally comes down to preference. But because I'm working at the bottom portion of the upper part of this spinning rod, or the blank, if you will, I'm going to start off with the tag wraps first, and then I would go into the wrap around the guide. So the easiest way for me to do this, really, I kind of get a good working end, and then I make 5 wraps. Four and 5. So I do at least 5 wraps around the blank and the straw. I'll take this working in here, and I'll come in between the thread, between the straw, or underneath the thread between the straw and the blank. So as you can see, the straw, all it is really doing is helping me create a space to easily slide the thread through. So I'll do the first side, and then I'll take the other working end of the thread, slide it right under that thread below my thumb, pull it up, and then I have both ends like this, right? And I just pull the straw out, and then I slide the thread or the wrap down where I want it to be at. I come back down with a burnishing tool, or I could just use, I could just come in and, use my thumbs and tighten it up. But bottom line is I get it in there. And then what I'll do is I'll cut my ends off. So cut that working end off. And voila, just like that. And just to show you one more time, so I'll come back and I'll do one more. Because I actually have 3 tag wraps at the base of each of these guides. So that's kind of my pale gold color. I'm going to come back with some metallic black. And then again, I'm doing the same thing. Give myself enough for a working end. I go around the blank and the straw 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, come back underneath the thread between the straw and the blank. Pull that a little tight, rotate. Same thing with the other end. Below the thread between the straw and the blank. Now I have both ends. I pull the straw out. I get my rod centered, and then I have the tag wrap. I'm just kind of going there again with my finger this time. And then come back with my blade. And that's it. And those are tag wrap. That's the straw method for tag wraps. All right, until next time, and then stay tuned for next week. I will show you a different technique for doing tag wraps. All right, take care.